I have the wonderful Tang Dao with me, who is an amazing choreographer whose debut film, Runaway, is part of Viet Film Fest's lineup this year. But we are going to start this interview regarding the piece that we just saw, which is We Circle the Night. And my first question is, what was the inspiration for the idea of wanting to tell a story about young love?
So We Circle the Night is, the first part of a bigger or longer duet called The Exile. And it's basically a tribute to my parents, just imagining, their childhood, which they probably didn't have, right? So it was this reimagination of, like, I was trying to figure out, what it was like before all of the chaos happened in Vietnam. And there was, the more I looked at the timeline, the more I realized, they didn't have a childhood. They didn't have a childhood that I had, and it was more like, it was not what I would envision. I mean, their childhood was probably filled with chaos and, political uprising and all that. And just, whatever is involved in wartime, right? So it was more a tribute to, like what I imagine their youthful tenderness to be before the big eruption of the exile. So that was just a reimagination of what I envisioned their youthful love to be.
Yeah, no, we can definitely see and feel that reimagination for sure. Did you have the type of music in mind to sync with the dance, and why this type of why that type of music to go along with the piece?
Well, I think the music is always more of a mood for me, and so I have to find a certain mood, and then we put the movements to the music to make it musical. But when I'm choreographing, was specifically for this duet, it was more the movement as communication, right? The movement as expression, as expressiveness. And so I was trying to depict that youthful energy of young lovers before, their exile from their country, which the second duet, which is much longer and bigger, is a different kind of mood. It doesn't have any of those tenderness, So yeah, the music was more of a mood rather than like, oh, the music inspired it. It was the movements first, the choreography first, and then I was searching for certain music that would line up with the choreography.
No, that makes a lot of sense. But no, it's extremely complementary, and it's just so really beautiful and integral to, of course, how you showcase that
Thank
love.
you.
But yeah, I mean, again, unfortunately, it have to be so brief. But thank you again for this wonderful interview. Again, Runaway is part of our film festival this year, but thank you for letting us show We Circle the Night.
Thank you for letting me be a part of the festival.
All right.
No, no.